Um, well, Hi. Today we are gonna go into the morning pledge, following from yesterday. Yesterday I talked about how it is important to have an intention, and hopefully you could do the exercise and have an idea of what you want to be your home like. Now, the pledge is something that I am taking from a lovely book called The Peaceful Classroom in Action, and it's a book by Naomi Drew, and she talks about how having that morning pledge is one of the most important parts of the day. The morning pledge is simply that intention that we were talking about, but it's the intention that you had is something you want to have in your home as a long-term kind of goal. But the morning pledge is something that you can set as an intention every single day. So having that morning pledge will give you that inspiration to get that mood for the whole day. So in order for you to have um, the right words for it, or I want to think that it's more like a mission statement, but for the day. So you can do this exercise with your children, which will include again kind of sitting down and imagining what you want your home and your days to look like. But like for me, for example, with my son, we have come to understand that we need to let go, because sometimes we just get into silly arguments. So for us right now is letting go and finding peace. So another thing that is also, because that one is probably for the three of us, also for my daughter, but for my son as well, there is something with him that triggers me. And for us, for him and me, it's at the moment setting limits. And setting limits is something that is being a little bit tricky lately. And when we go, for bedtime, I always say to him the night before, remember what we want tomorrow. We want to be able to let go and to be able to set limits. And by setting limits, I just say to him is when I tell him, for example, that you have to do this before having your screen time or things like that. He sometimes doesn't want to go with what I'm suggesting to do, and he knows it's the right thing. But when he's going moody because of that, then he's not thinking properly. But at night, when he's calm, we talk about it. We set the day and the morning from the night before, and it's like a little evening pledge, let's say. But then in the morning is the same thing. We have to remind ourselves of that. And something that I saw in the book is that they plan this morning pledge for the whole classroom. So children normally all together have ideas like little rules, let's say, and they just organize those rules to be kind of compressed into a lovely sentence or quote. And so that's something that I'm going to do with my children today. So having the pledge of the day and make it into the creative time of our day today is something that I want to use for my blog, in which I will go a little bit more in detail on how to use that pledge as an anchor during the day, in the times when we need to remind us what we are doing and why we are doing what we are doing, in terms of learning and having fun and be peaceful and letting go. So if you want to have a look at that post, I will be posting it later in the website. I will put the link, and I can also put the link for Naomi's book, which I think is excellent for the classroom. And right now, that's what we are having at home, a classroom. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, that would help me. And if you think that I have helped you in any way, just please leave a comment. Thank you.